Hello, I'm El Centro Police Chief Brian Johnson. This is a critical incident community briefing about an officer-involved shooting that occurred on December 29, 2019 at Imperial Avenue and Main Street in the city of El Centro. This case involves a parolee who stole 2 4-inch knives from a Rite Aid and told employees that he planned to kill a police officer. The shooting occurred a short time later when the suspect charged officers with stolen knives in hands. In an effort to stop the suspect's violent attack on the officers, an officer initially fired 2 less lethal beanbag rounds at the suspect. Sadly, the less lethal options failed to stop him, and he continued to charge towards the officers with knives in hand. The shooting is the subject of a comprehensive independent investigation by 2 entities. The Imperial County District Attorney's Office is conducting the criminal investigation. The El Centro Police Department will also review the case to evaluate the response and determine if the use of deadly force adhered to the department's policies and procedures. We recognize that there is considerable public attention and interest in police use of force policy guidelines. We train and require that it only be used as a last resort to protect officers or citizens in immediate defense of life or serious bodily injury. No conclusions will be made until the investigations are complete. A word of caution: the images and language you are about to see and hear may be disturbing, especially to young viewers. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Hello, I'm Sergeant Victor Nunez, El Centro Police Department's Personnel and Training Supervisor. On December 24th, 5 days before the shooting, the suspect and his daughter separately called 911. Both of them reporting that he had suicidal thoughts.
911, do you have an emergency?
Yes, I was calling in for my dad.
What's going on?
It's because he's sick in his head, and he's having like suicidal thoughts.
What is your address?
Actually, he just got out of jail a couple days ago, so he's at a classic inn.
911, do you have an emergency?
Yeah, I'm not feeling right, ma'am.
What is your name?
I'm Manuel Gonzalez.
Where are you at?
I'm at the Classic Inn.
What room number?
206, I think.
206?
Yeah.
Do you have any weapons on you?
No, ma'am.
Are you a patient of behavioral health?
I used to. I'm on parole.
Did you just get out of jail?
Yes, a couple of days ago.
For safety reasons, officers took the man, Manuel Gonzalez Verdugo, to Imperial County Behavioral Health Services, where he was placed on a 72-hour mental health evaluation. 5 days later, police received several calls about a shirtless suspect with stolen knives in his hands walking in the middle of the street. The officers who responded were unaware at the time of Verdugo's criminal history or recent contact.
El Centro Police.
Hello, yeah, this is from 5680, the Rite Aid store here in El Centro. I'd just like to notify you that there was a gentleman that came in and took some knives, and he said he was going to kill officer or something.
911, what's your emergency?
Yes, there is a man walking north on Imperial Avenue from Main Street. He has 2 knives. He is taking clothes off. He's wearing black pants. He's walking right in the middle of the street. Did you get that?
Yes. And so you're taking his clothes off?
He is getting rid of his clothes as he walks. He's full of tattoos. Looks like an Hispanic male with a mustache, a lot of tattoos. But he's walking with a couple of knives in his hands like he might want to attack somebody.
911, what's your emergency?
Yeah, hi, my name is I'm a paramedic here in El Centro, and there's a guy on Imperial Avenue, almost by Starbucks State in Imperial. He's got 2 knives in his hands and is walking in the middle of the street. I followed him for a little bit, and he walked in front of somebody's house and stood there, and then now he walked away. He's still walking on Imperial Avenue. Yeah, he's still walking. I can hear what he's yelling. He says he's going to go out with a blaze of glory, take your best shot.
When officers arrived, they tried to de-escalate the situation. They kept their distance and pleaded with him to drop the knives. while one officer grabbed a beanbag shotgun.
Sarge has a less lethal. Sarge has a less lethal. Hey, go around. Sarge.
Unfortunately, as officers attempted to contain the suspect, he ran towards the officers. An officer fired 2 beanbag rounds at him.
Get down, get down. Less lethal, less lethal.
Verdugo continued to advance and was closing in on one of the officers. That's when the shooting occurred. Here's cell phone camera footage taken by a witness that clearly shows the suspect advancing towards the officer. Here's a slowed down version that shows the distance between the officer and Verdugo when the shots were fired. As you can see, the officer attempted to retreat as Verdugo continued toward him. Here are photos of the knives. El Centro Fire Department paramedics responded to an immediate call for emergency medical services, but Verdugo succumbed to his injuries at the scene.
Our goal and priority is to de-escalate volatile situations such as these. But as this case demonstrates, officers often must react unpredictable, rapidly evolving circumstances, sometimes in a fraction of a second. It is tragic whenever there's an officer-involved shooting for the families of those involved, for the officers, for the police department, and for our community. Our command staff and use of force committee will review every aspect of our response in this case as part of our continuous effort to improve. It's important to note that officer-involved shootings are extremely rare in the city of El Centro. Since January of 2015, the El Centro Police Department has responded to more than 210,000 calls for service. This was the first officer-involved shooting in that time. For more information about our use of force policies, please visit our website. Thank you for watching this critical incident community briefing.